So it's all about the ingredients. Let's get right into it. We're going to use a half a cup of onions, one whole Roma tomato. I like to use Roma tomatoes because it's more firm, less watery, and sometimes less expensive. We're going to use 1/2 of a bell pepper, green. In this cup you see here 6 cloves of garlic and a half a cup of coconut cream, pure coconut cream. When it comes to bell peppers, you can use yellow, red, orange, green, whatever you like. They all taste the same to me. Doesn't matter. What I'm about to show you here is garlic and coconut cream. Use as much or as little garlic as you want. I like a lot of garlic. Some people don't like garlic at all. Some people like just a little bit of garlic. Choose how much garlic you want. This is for taste purposes. Now I'm showing you here pure cream coconut by the Grace brand, which is a Jamaican brand. You may not be able to find this. So just go into your Asian section of your area and buy canned creamed coconut. Make sure you just shake the can very, very well and just use a half a cup. Now with the sweet potatoes, use 1.5 cups to 2 cups of sweet potato. Make sure you cut them in decent size. We're going right into the curry. This is moving fast. So with the curry, I like to use a Jamaican curry. I like the Grace brand. It tastes good. I like the Blue Mountain brand. It tastes good. But if you don't have a Caribbean store next to you or near your area, you can use the Indian curry as I show here. Curry comes in many different colors. Don't get the Asian curry. Asian meaning like Chinese, Korean, Thai curry. Try to use the Indian curry. The powdered curry is better. Now, if you want your curry to taste like the Jamaican curry or the Caribbean curry, just use cayenne pepper because that's pretty much the only ingredient that I know that is missing. So when I put the cayenne pepper, when I buy it at the Indian store, it tastes just the same. Now, the basil leaves, if you like basil, use basil. If you don't, don't. Now, Tony Satchery Creole seasoning is the best. I found it at the dollar store one day and I fell in love. Now, let's prepare the actual tilapia. I'm using 4 packs of tilapia. You can use fresh, you can use frozen, you can use chicken, you can use beef, you can use pork, you can use whatever you want. I don't eat land meat anymore. So what you'll see me doing here, I unpacked the actual tilapia, I rinsed it off. I'm about to pour balsamic vinegar on this to kill the actual fish smell. No one wants to smell like fish, especially you ladies. I hope you don't want to smell like fish. No pun intended. No, seriously, all pun intended. Now, of course, I'll let it sit in the vinegar for about 20 seconds before I start messing with it again. Now, of course, I'll roll it around, making sure that every single piece of the actual fish gets touched by the vinegar to kill the actual smell. Because no one wants to smell like fish. I don't leave it marinating in the actual vinegar because I don't want it to taste like vinegar. I rinse it off right away. It's just necessary to clean off the smell of the fish. And believe me, you don't smell the fish after that. So of course, after we're done, we're just going to cut the actual tilapia into cubes. I want to make sure that I leave them at least 1 inch long, just to make sure when you start cooking it in the curry powder, in the actual curry juices, that it does not break. Now I'm dropping, of course, some basil leaves in it. I just freehand it, freestyle. Of course, that is the Tony Satchery Creole seasoning. And surprise, I will be using the Indian curry. This is the only time that I'll be using it. I'm just using it to marinate. Not that much is missing out of it. Everything comes together greatly. Of course, we have the boiled water, and I will be dropping in the actual sweet potato. We cook the sweet potato until it is soft. Not mushy, but soft. Don't cook it like you're cooking white potato to make mashed potato. It still needs to have a denseness to it. We put a little bit of avocado oil. I prefer avocado oil because it does not leave a taste in your food. It's a very bland, non-tasting oil. I put in the actual onions. We cook the onions until it is translucent. We're really not trying to cook it that much. A little bit of color is okay, but we're really not trying to do that much to it. And of course, we're going to be putting some garlic. You can shave about 2 or 3 of the garlics into the actual pan itself. Believe me, your house is going to be smelling oh so good when you're done. I'm sorry guys if this is moving a little bit too fast. Of course, it's my first time doing a cooking video, so I hope you guys can actually keep up. Any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. And if you are enjoying this, please subscribe. Of course, here I put a little bit of avocado oil because, again, you cannot taste the avocado oil at all. Believe me, no lie. I'm letting you know right now, you will not be able to taste it. So the avocado oil, put about 2 tablespoons of avocado in the actual pot itself. I wait till it's warm. The number one advice I can give anyone that has never touched curry or ate curry before but is interested in it, do not leave the pot when you are putting the curry in the pot. Once it's burnt, believe me, it's going to be disgusting to taste. So right here, I'm going to be putting in 3 tablespoons of curry. Again, make sure you stay by the pot. Make sure you spoon it around. Make sure you blend, 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 blend. I am going to be mixing this. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Anyways, I'm going to be mixing the curry within the avocado oil. Then I'm going to be throwing in the actual coconut cream. Some type of Thai fusion kind of sort of thing that I'm doing here. Here's the coconut cream. And see, it was getting a little too hot, so what I did, I threw some water on it so it can actually chill out just a little bit. But I like to use hot water, not cold water, because if I use cold water, that means the pot would have to get the water hot and it's just too much. So I took some of the water from the actual sweet potato, which is the better water to use because you don't want to have bland water. The water from the sweet potato already has the starch and things mixed into it, the salt. Everything would just blend better that way. Believe me, it just blends better that way. The coconut cream is going to break down and it gives you this thick consistency. It's really good to look at, actually. Boise, 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 boise. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, guys.
Somebody may say, you're Haitian. I'm gonna wait for that comment. What do you know about curry? Well, yes, I'm Haitian, but also I'm a Caribbean girl. I am influenced by so many different cultures. I was raised with, of course, Haitians. My mom and dad is Haitian. Well, my mom, dad, stepfather, my sister, my brothers, everyone in my family is Haitian. But of course, my best friend family is from the Turks and Caicos. My honorary godmother is from Dominica. She lived in Jamaica for a while. I have a big influence when it comes to the Bahamians as well. So I know enough about enough.
Now that you got a history lesson on who I am, let's go ahead and add in the onions, which is going to give this dish a great taste. Remember, if you don't like onions, you don't have to add in the onions.
Make sure that you do not burn the actual curry. You can actually taste it. And you should taste the curry, but you should also taste the onions. So of course, what you'll do next is throw in the green peppers. You'll throw in some of the sweet potato, or you'll throw in the sweet potatoes. Because after this, everything is smooth sailing from here. You see, you should try to always make sure that you have enough beautiful colors in your meal. So just to look at this potato here, You gotta make sure that it, like, when you cook it, you don't cook it too much where it's gonna just break down and fall apart. So I'll just cook it like this for, I'll just cook it like this for a minute or two. Then I start integrating everything else into the actual milk. Time to add in the tilapia. Throw in just a little bit of the water from the sweet potato again. And I prefer to use the actual water from the sweet potatoes because whatever starch and things that broke down into the water, it already integrates. I don't like to use fresh water because fresh water will make it taste a little bit more bland. Now if you have to, because you don't have enough water, when it comes to the water from the sweet potato, what you'll just do is fill up the actual pot that you had the sweet potato in, so you'll still get a little bit of the starch back in.
Make sure you go ahead and add in the tomato. Unfortunately, my camera did not catch that. It died. Also, make sure you shave a little bit more of the actual garlic inside. The actual pot is going to give it a great taste. Actually, I had 6 cloves of garlic, but I end up only using 4.
You can actually eat this with a side of quinoa, brown rice, white rice. You can use barley, whatever you like. But now looking at this, everything is pretty much complete. Other than the fact that I did not put my cayenne pepper in the middle.
Guys, if you watch this and you love it, if you like what you see, please make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. This video is actually on my other channel called LA Chronicles, but I thought to myself, this would be good to do cooking videos on Naturalina to show you guys what I eat to make sure that I maximize hair growth, maximize better skin, better health overall. So if you are not eating fruits and vegetables, if you are not drinking enough water, you're not maximizing your hair growth. You're not helping your hair grow as long as it can. So try to eat as good as you can if you can afford it. Even if you can't, try to make sure you get enough fruits and vegetables in your life every day. With that said, again guys, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I do have some hair videos coming up. I have some tutorials coming up. I'm in the middle of editing some stuff, so we'll talk later. Peace.
Gave you a minute when you needed an hour just to push it aside instead of leaving.